How about now? There we go.
Yay!
I thought I was going crazy.
You were!
No, NVIDIA broadcast was busted. Or maybe voice meter interfacing with it?
Well, whatever. Anyways, back to my giant rant that no one heard. But I was talking about how I'm getting straight into drinking my poggers tonight. By the way, use code PrincessPogger for 10% off your order on poggerslifestyle.com. Getting right into drinking my poggers because I'm actually kind of low on energy. And then when I ranted to myself, I kind of figured out, oh yeah, I did a lot today. Because every Saturday I wake up around 8:30, and I do a 5K. And today I actually did a decent one because I've been getting like around 45 minutes for the past couple of weeks, but today I got a sub 40-minute time. I got like around 38 minutes, which was pretty good, I thought. So I did that this morning. Ate oatmeal, took a shower, and spent the entire day baking. Like, I finished up making my strawberry pretzel pie, and I made cheesecake squares for like some visitors we're having tomorrow. And I put out some decorations for the holidays. I realized I spent most of the day on my feet. And then Bronny took me out for fried chicken. And, yeah, so that's probably why I'm tired.
Alright, so I gotta kidnap you for next Saturday. Got it.
What was that?
I gotta kidnap you for next Saturday.
Oh, so we're doing your birthday stream next week after all.
Yeah, I've been going through some family drama.
Oh, isn't that just wonderful? Don't worry, you don't have to get into it on stream. That can be its own thing.
Oh, no, don't worry. I was thinking of like talking with you like a lot earlier, but kind of just thought, you know what, I can handle this, and I'm fine now.
Well, yeah, as long as you're fine. But no, you never have to do anything by yourself, you know. At least something like that.
My friend helping me through it.
Well, that's good. At least have a support system. Say hello to the cat. The cat makes everyone happy. Kitty, no!
Heather.
Yeah.
I gotta show you something. I got your favorite character. I've been playing as him for a bit.
Oh, he's purring. Why are you purring so much? I'm not even being respectful or anything, you shit. Eater of shredded cheese. Why do you love this? Do you just like attention of any kind?
Yes.
Look at his face, guys. Look at his face. Look at him face.
That's Achilles, Charles, because I've actually got Zeus next to me.
Yeah, this is Achilles, guys.
Hi, Heather. Here's a roster of
Oh my god, Jeff the land shark.
Here we go.
I haven't even watched the series that he's in, and I'm just like, oh my god, they gave a shark toe beans. We're looking at a stream that Raven's streaming, by the way. He's playing that. What was the Marvel game you're playing right now?
Marvel Rivals.
Marvel Rivals, he said. Oh my god.
Heather, would you do this to the cats?
I would do that to the cats, put it in like this little costume. That's why Achilles is leaving, because he knows it's only a matter of time. I do give him treats at least when I do that. You know, The Click, that one YouTuber, he has like a channel mascot called Mango, which is also a land shark. It's just like a tan color, and it's got toe beans. And I think I actually went on Makeshift and ordered one of the plushies of it for Halloween, and I'm just like, it's freaking cute. I'm waiting for it, because it's a pre-order, technically.
Ooh, Heather, I'm getting like 2 Loki figures on my birthday and Christmas. Do you want one?
I mean, they're for you, aren't they? Or they have the same thing?
2 of them. I don't need duplicate.
Oh, they're 2 of the same model.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure, I'll take that off your hands. If you don't care.
Alright, this looks real.
Yeah, he's looking cool. You remember when I made a speech in my communications class about him?
Yep.
Oh, that was a good time.
Do you want this one?
I mean, if I'm going for a softer look. But, anyhoozle. Frickin', to talk about stuff, stream, let me, God, I'm terrible. I typo the shit out of what I say. When everyone's saying, hey, Heather, your mic is off, I went, heard you loud and clear, guys. Am working. God, I'm fucking awful. Oh, hey, Burning Donut, how's life?
Hey, it's a loaded question.
It's okay. Okay. I'm gonna open up voice meter. I think it needs to be a little bit louder. Hey guys, talk for me.
It's not the right one.
Oh, there. It's
Double
fucking
click that one and reset it.
1, 2, 3. Ooh.
Perfect.
Oh,
There we go.
hey, Emerald, all of the, I don't know if you're playing Pal World,
Not
but
yet.
like at Beta Base, all of the pals are just stacked on top of each other right in one spot right now.
Is it like a fucking tower?
currently-
Heather, I think they're all
They're
behind you.
currently riding.
Wait a minute.
I think there was a raid.
Oh, yeah. Hold on, I'm gonna show fucking chat this shit. This needs to be seen to be believed. Hold on.
I mean, that's just for us, though. So
Look at this
it's working
shit.
fine everywhere
Oh,
else.
they're all aggroed. Okay. Okay.
Well, what's on the other side of the
Oh,
wall?
I don't know. I'll look. Syndicate thugs.
Marvel stuff.
I'll take care of it.
There's Anubis.
Oh, Anubis, get
Yeah,
back in the
that's
house.
again.
Okay.
And they are currently going to watch ads.
Yes, my mom just got a Disney Plus and like.
I think you're gonna have to open the gates to
password
Anubis
her
to get back in.
account, So I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
hey, I just started watching
Excuse me.
I just started watching Cleopatra in Space again, and then just watched like a whole bunch of freaking animated movies.
Cleopatra in space? What is that?
No, you never heard of that?
No, I've not heard of Cleopatra in space.
Oh, it's actually pretty. It's a pretty good cartoon. It's based off of a comic book that is supposed to be pretty good for kids.
Oh, okay. I mean,
Yeah.
cool.
Like try to imagine like your basic cartoon teen, you know, the one show-offy character, the one goofy character, the one really smart brainy character, and it just so happens that like the main character happens to be a girl. So
All right then. All right.
I like it. It's fun. It's got a cool art style.
I bet it does. Okay, that sounds decent. All I've been watching lately is like I made Bronny sit through the last new episodes of Hell of a Boss and Mob Psycho. We keep watching Mob Psycho.
Ah.
Mob Psycho's not bad though. Oh, let me get back to chat after we
So-
had gotten into that.
Wine.
Don't worry, I have a wine fridge now, guys. Did I tell you about that?
When the heck did you get this?
They threw a bridal shower for me when I was in what you call it?
New York.
Yeah, when I was in New York to visit Bronny's family, they threw me a bridal shower, and they made me put together a bridal shower registry on Amazon, and I wasn't sure what to put because she's like, you would put stuff on there that you like would get but you wouldn't buy for yourself, and I'm just like, I don't really understand. And she's like, just stuff you want. And so I kind of put stuff I wanted, and then she was like, she turns to Bronny and goes, no, not like that. And then freaking Bronny like that go be like, no, Heather, like stuff for the house. I'm like, what do we not have for the house already? So I just started putting stuff that was a little bit extra. I did not I had some stuff on there, and I asked the sister-in-law, like, this stuff seems kind of expensive. I don't know about this. She's like, it's okay. Some people go in together on certain gifts. And I'm like, okay. And I put silverware on there, and I put a mini wine fridge in there. Just like as a goof, kind of like, I don't think anyone will get that for myself. I thought about getting it for myself, and I was just like, that's too much. They got it for me. So, and it
one
fits.
thing you're like, I don't know. It's like the one thing they got for you.
No, they got me plenty of things. In fact, they got me way more things than I thought that anyone should have gotten me. They got me a porch swing, which we have to put together. They got me a barbecue grill, which we have to put together now. They got me, well, like, you know, shelved planters, which was kind of inexpensive and also seems easy to put together. That's nice. Then they gave me a wine fridge. I have a robot vacuum cleaner now. Also, I got silverware. And someone got me, like, I was putting stuff on the list, like, stuff that I would just like, so I put books, because they were also cheap, and I'm like, good, now there's a cheap option. And I actually left the bridal shower thinking no one got me that, but then a few days later, I got a delivery of every book I asked for, and I was like, okay, cool. So I got a whole bunch of books I gotta read now, because I mean, they look awesome, though. I really want to read these books.
Did you get any new Halo books? That's the question.
I didn't put those on the list because they would think I'm weird.
Heather, I wouldn't give a damn if I was in your position.
Yeah, but the thing about that, bro, is I do.
Yeah, I couldn't, like, cause trust me, if these people were down with my freak, I would have put, like, cosplay stuff on there I haven't been able to afford and other shit like that. But the fact is, these people don't know that part of my life, and the nerdy stuff they only get at a surface level, so I can't really go all in on the nerd shit with them.
Like my father understands that I'm roughly part of nerd culture. So one time for Christmas, he just got me like a Star Wars shirt.
Sounds about
I mean, that's not a
I don't
bad
even.
fit.
I'm not even really about Star Wars.
What's so wrong with Star Wars? It's not bad.
Star Wars is fun.
Oh,
Unless we talk about the sequels. The sequels are terrible.
We're talking
That's
about
not what he's saying. He's saying it's like their understanding of the nerdiness they're involved in is so bad. It's like, oh, here's a Star Wars thing.
Yeah, you gotta admit, like, Star Wars is, like, mainstream nerd stuff. Like, that's stereotypical nerd stuff. Nerds like it, but, like, that's, like, basic bitch nerd stuff.
Saying nerds like it is probably
Yeah.
a stretch nowadays.
Yeah, these days, I mean, they like the original stuff, I'm sure, but, you know.
No.
I
Well,
think the love for it really stopped after the Clone Wars.
Have you ever watched or been forced to watch any of the Big Bang Theory?
I like the
I
Big Bang
so-
Theory. I know everyone has bad opinions on it, but I watched a few
I
seasons.
like Big
and
Bang Theory.
I liked it. See, we liked
Well,
it.
it's annoying to me because it's such an example of like what normies think nerds are like, you know, because it's like, well, clearly they all they all work in some big old fancy nerd place and they all like nerd stuff, and it's like, what do the nerds talk about? Oh yeah, they talk about Star Trek and stuff all the time because they're nerds, and it's like, oh,
It's funny.
Well, of course they all casually know Klingon.
Yeah, that is kind of far-fetched.
oh, of course, right? Yeah. You know,
What,
they
baby?
all like to dress as costumes, and never once do they ever use the word like they had an entire episode about like dressing up as superheroes for a comic book convention. Not once did they use the word cosplay. Not one time. I'm like, come on.
I made space for you. Lay down, stupid kitty. Yeah. Leave my lemonade alone.
Heather, I need your opinion.
What?
Would you like this as a gift?
Like what? Oh, did you put it in the chat?
In your Discord.
Kitty, Jesus, get your face out of it. Get your face out of it. No. Emerald has a glass here that had nog in it, I assume.
Yep.
Yeah, he tried to
Gonna
put
have Noggin in again at some point.
I don't think I have a place to put that. I mean, I know what ship it is. Trust me, I appreciate it. He's showing me like a Lego Star Wars ship that was from the Clone Wars. My thing is, I don't have a place for it. I mean, as it is, I want a model of the Normandy from Mass Effect. But you know what I would like to do? It's like the same thing with General Grievous's ship, which I have somewhere around here. I think I have it on a shelf. I want to get all the models of spaceships I have.
Invisible Hand.
Oh, yeah.
Which is General Grievous' ship from the Clone Wars.
But yeah, like I'm saying, I want to get models of all the the popular spaceships that I like the Normandy, that General Grievous's ship that I have, maybe like stuff like that. Get wires and hang them from my ceiling, just like in safe distance from the fan, of course. But like that would be really cool to me.
Yeah.
Maybe even get I
You
have
gotta
like
have safe distance from a fan and a cat.
I even have like a toy that I got myself of freaking Toothless. That's really really cool that I got hanging right there. I'd like to hang that from the ceiling too. That's fucking cool. I got that shit on clearance, and it's a pretty good fucking toy where, like, you can launch darts from its mouth, but also, if you load up water in its back, it's got, like, a thing that'll turn it into, like, mist when you press a button and it comes out of his mouth. I think it still works. But yeah, it's a pretty baller toy that I got for, like, way cheap. I was thinking of giving it as a gift to one of my nephews, but I'm
It
like,
was
I
on
want
clearance
this.
at Dollar General.
No, it was at, I think it was at Walmart.
I remember it being the clearance table at Dollar General.
No, honey, you weren't there when I bought it. I bought this years ago in California. You're thinking about
Okay.
like another toy that I have on here. I believe our friend Cruiser came and saw some of the toys, like toys I have on my wall, and he saw, I believe it was this one. This one's actually a bit dusty. He saw this one and he goes like, "That's a good find." I'm like, "Yeah, I found it at Dollar General a couple years ago." And he's like, "Really?" Because that's like worth hundreds of bucks now. And I'm like, "Are you serious? This thing?" Like, even the plastic on it is a little scuffed too, probably because it was at Dollar General. Oh, actually, no, that's not scuffed. That's a sticker that was on it.
What are you doing?
Some residue. But yeah, apparently this is very rare. I don't know, but I have it. I did not pay hundreds of dollars for it. I found that at Dollar General.
Oh wow.
Yeah. It's cool. I totally bought it as a display piece because I was just like, that's a really cool fucking thing. I got a lot of fucking pony figures here. Freaking. Oh, yeah. Freaking Donut knows he spent the night in this room. Freaking. He's seen it
He fondled
firsthand.
all of them.
If I were to have fondled every toy there, I would have been there for days. It would have been like the acts would have just taken too long for it to have been worth doing.
Yeah, freaking. Yeah, that's my secret. You can't fondle all my shit because there's too much shit. Though I wouldn't have blamed you if you fondled that Batman plush that's on my wall.
Yeah.
Of
I
all the
must be
things
old.
of all the things she accuses me of fondling, it's a Batman plush.
Well, who
What?
could blame you?
It's
Who could
never.
blame
She
you?
thinks of the weirdest crap yet.
All right.
Come on, Batman's easy.
I'm on the move now. I'll see you guys later.
See you,
I'll
Batman.
see you next Saturday.
See you next Saturday.
Yeah.
I'll get.
I'll be pestering you Friday, Heather. Don't worry.
Alrighty. I might extend my game poll then. Because, guys, it's that time of the month again. Not my period, but time to vote for the new video game of the month. If you're on my Patreon or my Discord server, you already got access to my video game poll to help me decide on what game we're playing for the rest of the month. Now, next week, Raven claims he's gonna hijack my stream for his birthday, because his birthday was actually this week, but he had a scheduling conflict, so we're gonna play his game next week, if he so chooses. So, but I was gonna publish the poll to be given to the public next week, so maybe I'll extend it another week, because normally, like, the poll would have to be done by the next stream, so, because that'd be the next game stream, but now we'll have more time. I'll think about that one.
It gives people time to think about it more.
Yeah, actually, if you think about it, let me see this. Because next week will be, actually,
So what game are you doing, Raven?
Originally, it was going to be Lethal Company, but I might go with Marvel.
Who's at the
Actually,
Nature
it's pretty
Reserve?
fun, yes.
Has to be Brony. I'm
the
not
best
there.
part is the game's free.
Yeah.
Despite the fact it's a lot better than Overwatch. Like, really a lot better.
Really?
It looks like we're only gonna...
Almost everything's free.
It looks
You
like...
can buy certain cosmetics if you want, but so far you can earn in-game currency for free.
Which is great, but I'm gonna, just to put this out there, so, Raven's game stream is going to be the 14th. That following weekend, I won't be able to stream because I'll be visiting family for Christmas. But the weekend after that, I suppose the last stream of the year would be the 28th. That's going to be I'll make that a game stream just so, like, the game poll I put out isn't pointless. Because if you think about it, we only get 2 days a month to video.
Half of January.
I could. I'll consider that. I'll give it some
Wait,
thought.
you're gonna be out of town on the 21st?
Yeah. That's, the 20th is when I'm leaving.
Okay.
Isn't it weird?
Anyway, I shall see you all later.
All right, see you.
See ya.
Have a nice night.
Isn't it weird to think that here in about a month it's going to be 2025?
Yeah, I don't think about the years anymore.
Doesn't it sound like it's just like a random made up date for like a sci-fi movie to take place?
I,
Like, oh yes, in the year 2025,
yeah,
robots have
I'm
risen
sure
to
that I think
destroy
there are uh movies that do take place in 2025.
Sure there are.
wasn't it
Like I said, it's a very futury sounding year.
wasn't it Akira? Like fucking Akira took place in a year that's now past, and it's like I think on the eve of it, got people were like, "Okay, guys, according to Akira, we're all starting to dress like this next year, so you better be on point." And it just shows what the fuck they wear. It's like, man, fashion sure is gonna take a shift. These days, like, people are like, man, like, media's lasting a pretty long time. I thought the world would be over. Let's just say, like, in the year 20XX.
Yeah, yeah. Those are the ones I really like, are the 20XX ones.
It's like, I don't know when in the future, probably still in the 2000s, though. The early
Well,
2000s.
apparently Akira took place in 2019.
Oh, yeah.
I
Some
know,
people
right?
might dress like that.
Yeah.
Which is crazy because it's got mad 2025.
Made in 1987.
You know what's funny? I have Akira on DVD, and I've been meaning to just sit down and watch it. Still haven't. Still have it. I don't even know if the plastic's off of it yet. The reason I haven't watched it is because I just haven't been able to sit down by myself and watch a movie, because I know Bronny doesn't want to watch it.
Well, it's definitely a movie you have to like be in the mood to watch. It feels a lot like a slog at times because it just goes on forever.
Yeah. You know what was like that a little bit?
I saw Akira once. I'm not strong enough for it.
Yeah, I watched it once. It's like, don't get me wrong, the animation and everything is gorgeous, but it's very long, you know.
It's like freaking Lord of the Rings, but not fantastical.
Yeah,
Which, by the way,
I mean,
the Lord of the Rings book series was on my bridal shower list, and I got it. So I got like the Hobbit and all the Lord of the Rings books in one set. That's pretty kick-ass. Just
nice.
an option. Hold on one sec. I'm gonna put this in and see what the chat's doing. Let's see.
Someone got a power word code for me?
I think I gave it to you already. Did I not give it to you? Oh wait, I meant to give it to you and I ended up looking at something else. My bad. That's the wrong thing. It was this thing. There you go. Okay, back to chat. Let's see. What's going on here? Nathan says, "Didn't you say hi to me?" I did. Jayoshi says, "Good evening. No D&D tonight, so I'm here." Kick ass. Paladin says, blah, blah, blah. We can hear you now. Charles B says, "How many more streams this year?" Actually, yeah, let me look at that. So we streamed this week, and then there's next week. Not the week after that. There's only 2 streams left.
Oh, I was counting this one. Oops.
Oh, yeah, so I guess that makes 3, kind of. But yeah, oh, the year's wrapping up already. I wish I had more time to stream. Let's see, they were asking which cat is that. I think we said it was Achilles. Paladin says, "Have you seen the new Helva Boss?" I have. And I'm not going to give anything away about the episode in case you haven't watched it, which is weird because it was released on Thanksgiving or something. But I really like Belphegor's design. I really like Belphegor's design.
I'm kind of a little confused about Satan's design, but it's like, oh,
He kind of just looks like a stereotypical demon thing, dragon.
I mean, he looks like a biker dude, kind of, and I'm like, well, if they're trying to portray someone who's been around for like a gazillion years, why go for the silver biker look? So,
I don't know. I think like since this Deadly Sins are around all the time, you think they would kind of adapt to the styles of the time. Like they're not all gonna be like. Well, I don't know what they even look like to begin with, honestly.
yeah.
Why not?
That's a good point.
Why was Adam the first human, yet he acts like a frat boy?
He's where the frat boy came from. OG frat boy. A lot of things we could question about this. Charles B says, "Random chaos and controller's turn?" Yeah, it'd be like that sometimes. Paladin says that armor is awesome, Heather. You gotta thank Bronny for that. He's the one that's building it. Charles B says no holiday drinks. I actually do. In this Huey Magoo's cup, there is apple cider lemonade.
And I got 3 types of eggnog in the fridge.
So hell yeah. Now, if you mean alcoholic, nah, nothing really. I got this black cherry hard lemonade. I'm filling out that wine fridge I got now. I got at least 3 bottles of wine in there. A plum wine, Merlot, Pinot Grigio. Oh, actually, yeah, and I got a Riesling. And I have a whole bunch of hard lemonade in there now. It's filling out pretty good. I'm sure Bronny's grateful when we got it. He's like, great, there's going to be more room in the fridge. We immediately filled up the fridge again.
Yeah, pretty much.
Now it's filled with other shit.
Well, we would not have been able to fill it up like that had we not gotten that refrigerator.
It's good shit.
So, Emerald, I have decided to go ahead and build the sulfur and the oil rig
You know, at this point, I don't blame
in
you.
Pal World. Yeah, because there's an update coming up and a new region to explore, and we're gonna need to be equipped, and we're gonna need to be leveled up, and we're gonna need sulfur and oil to do that.
Yeah, in case you guys haven't heard, Pal World update coming. New island 6 times bigger than Sakurajima.
For Christ's sake, I haven't even... Well, I've been all over Sakurajima, but, like, you know... I haven't, like, fought the tower there yet. Gotta level up.
Yeah, we have only beaten 3 out of the 6 towers, so we gotta
up our game.
4 out of the 6. One of the 2.
I need to beat the shit out of
gotta get on
Marcus.
Where's my map?
Hold on.
Let's see.
Paladin says,
So what
Mastermind
do I
maybe
do with the
field
crude
things.
oil extractor? Do I put it on top of where the oil thing is?
Yes, and if you finagle it a certain way, you can fit 2 per oil node.
Let's see. Gojo...
I think I have enough material to make 3 of these things.
Gujuli91 says, speaking of Help Boss, did you know that Stolas' father, Paimon, is voiced by Jafar's actor? I put in there his name is Paimon. And yes, I did know. They were, like, blowing up on Twitter about that when it came out. Punty says, Bronny, is your family rich?
No, we are middle class. Now, we were upper middle class at one point, and then some nonsense happened between my parents' work and economy. But they're very smart people, and they manage very well, so they were pretty much able to get out of it. My parents are both retired now, but honestly, could have retired a lot sooner had it not been for malicious actors.
I will say this, if you're talking about this in regards to the fact that I got very expensive bridal shower presents, keep in mind, like I said, expensive presents more than one person went in on, and I think what contributed to this is that Bronny's side of the family is very big, very connected. They're all middle class to upper middle class. They're all doing pretty well, and they all went in together on a lot of the big presents. All the big presents were for more than one person. Like that wine fridge alone, I think, was 4 people pitching in, and that wine fridge wasn't like that expensive. It was like under $200. For like the size it is, that's pretty good. So yeah, like it was people pitching in and generally like not being rich, but being comfortable. Where like they could all just go in together on certain large presents. Keep in mind, I was still trying to be somewhat frugal, so like when I veered around $200, like as it is, I didn't want to go over $100 for a lot of things, but I was encouraged to pick things out, and so I tried to be like as like middling to low as possible. Which is why I put books on that list as well, because they were cheap. And people didn't want to buy the cheap things. They wanted, like, no, we want to get you the big expensive thing, so we're all going to pitch in together and get you the big expensive thing. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. But yeah. So, no, not rich, but they are smart, and they all went in together on those. Brusty said, I half expected Heather to say they gifted us a wine cooler that we'd have to put together. No, we didn't. Thank God we didn't have to put that together. It came almost completely together. I just had to have it upright for 24 hours. Then I had to plug it in and let that settle in for a couple hours, and then I was able to put shit in it and set it to like a really cold temperature. So I guess just a little bit of setup, but I was able to do that by myself. Rusty said the prequels were fun. I liked the episode 3. That's about all I'll say. Jay says, can
It's-
we
it's-
just make adding that we have to put together to the end of sentences as a meme? They got me everything. They gave me a book that I had to put together. I had to bind those pages myself. Oh, Jay.
They're surprisingly hard to find.
You know, I actually follow someone on TikTok who binds their own books. It's a lady from the UK, and the thing is, she's binding together, like, sketchbooks and stuff like that with, like, genuine leather and making them look like freaking gator faces and shit. It's freaking awesome. I've showed Bronny that stuff. It's...
Nice.
Yeah, of course it's really expensive, but, like, that's genuine leather, and she's binding this book by hand, like, using, like, freaking, like, tweezers to get the metal corners in and all that stuff. That stuff looks like shit you would see a freaking warlock hold. Has eyeballs on it.
Emerald, I require one more ancient technology point.
Alright, hold
Do
on.
you have a way we can do that?
I will check in 1 sec.
Let me see here. Jay says, hey, I like the Big Bang Theory. And so does Rusty.
Yeah, I admit that my views of the Big Bang Theory are not shared by a lot of people, but I feel very strongly about it. So.
I can understand it. I can see why people don't like it,
Right.
but I enjoy it enough as just like a funny sitcom.
I mean, I will say that the guy who played Sheldon does a very good job of playing an autistic person, and especially a smart autistic person. But like, you can tell that he did research into the way he was supposed to act. So I mean, it's not a horrible show, but it's just it's very mainstream comedy to me. Yeah.
Yeah.
I left the ancient tech manual in the refined metal chest by the PAL box.
I guess when it comes down to it, when it comes to sitcoms,
Oh.
I'm not hard to please.
Now,
Yeah.
Oh, do these things require electricity?
yes. And a lot of it.
Okay, I better get some electricity going in here.
Maybe. That'd be an idea. Let's see. Charles B says, is it too much? I got 2 stockings with my cat's name on them. Absolutely not, because I have 2 stockings for the cats on my mantle right now. I couldn't get it with their names on it, but I did find their initials. There's a stocking with an A and a stocking with a Z on our mantle for the cats. I really gotta stop, like, getting presents for them and then giving it to them immediately, because I'm gonna have nothing to put in that stocking. Frickin'.
So, hey, you guys want something about Big Bang Theory ruined for you?
What?
Sheldon's not autistic.
Well,
I figured not canonically, but he seems like one.
Oh yeah, everyone says he's like a textbook case of Asperger's, and the creator just said, no, that's coincidental. He's just supposed to be a quirky scientist. Everyone's like, right.
Quirky scientists are autistic. Did you know that?
Yeah, nah. I call shenanigans on that.
I feel like I've heard someone review the Big Bang Theory and be like, Sheldon's a good study of it, because like some people were like, but I'm not sure if this person has autism, and they'll go up to him and be like, well, do they act anything like this guy from the freaking Sheldon for the Big Bang Theory? Does anything of them remind you of that? He's like, actually, yeah, they're very much like this in a certain respect. And they're like, yeah, they probably are. Go get them tested, and they usually are.
Well, part of the reason I say that he did a good job is because I used to work in the adult foster care industry, and there is a lot of characteristics that he pulls off quite well that were very common in the people we took care of.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Jay says, I'm a Star Wars heretic. I like Jar Jar and I reject the Darth Jar Jar thing. I knew Darth Jar Jar wasn't to be taken seriously. I don't know if anyone actually believes it. Rusty says, okay, number 1, of course BBT's stereotypical and exaggerated. It's a comedy. And number 2, a lot of it is accurate. Yeah, like nerds not knowing how to treat women with respect.
Oh, have you ever seen the pilot for Big Bang Theory?
I think I did.
It's awful.
Charles B says, oh, have you seen the live action How to Train Your Dragon trailer? I have not. They're doing that?
They're doing really?
DreamWorks is following on.
They are just as bad as you think it is.
Okay. People are talking about Jar Jar, and we're gonna have to get past that. Crosby says, "Oh, can you take down your OC plushie, please? Take it down. It's already down. It's over here. Her hair's a little messed up. Crocheted it myself. Everyone knows. Looking good. Let's see. Gojalian says, I think Hollywood should hire me to think of new ideas for movies to make. I thought of a few ideas that would make for fun movies. Gojalian sounds like you right now.
You're not allowed to say that.
Gojalian, you're sounding like Bronny, because he's always like, they should hire me to do stuff. I should do that. Rusty says.
I am pretty sure everyone in this call is about 10 times more creative than about anyone who works in Hollywood right now. So, I mean, I can't tell you how frustrating it is to hear about all these people who do all this shitty work. And it's like, dude, all you got to do is spend 30 seconds on DeviantArt and you'll find like infinitely more talented people than anyone they have working in Hollywood. It's like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Freaking Gojalian says, question for a future Jurassic Park World movie. What dinosaur would you like to see be utilized? I know Triceratops have been in there, but my favorite dinosaur is a Triceratops, and I would like to ride one. What about you guys?
I don't know. I always liked the Velociraptors, so but
Just
they
keep
use the
using
Velociraptors, so yeah.
Rusty says Sherlock Holmes in the 22nd century. Rusty Harold says, didn't Mega Man X do the 20XX thing? I don't know. Did they? Donut, did you play Mega Man?
Yeah. That's kind of like where that meme started.
Okay, I figured you were the Mega Man guy. I just kind of assumed, but I was right. Gojalian claims Lord of the Rings is one of the most based fantasy stories of all time.
I saw that apparently they're making a Lord of the Rings anime.
Oh, you know what? Live action remakes? Fuck them. Anime remakes? Hell yeah!
Yeah, gotta be careful. A lot of the anime remakes have kind of been not the greatest.
How was the Ruby one?
Ice Queendom was apparently so good that Rooster Teeth was salty over it because they did a better job than they were doing.
I haven't.
It is not hard to do a better job.
I haven't finished it, but I have to admit that yes, it was actually, from what I've seen, it is actually pretty good.
Oh, yeah. I need to go check the Ruby subreddit real quick because there is a comment I saw that is hilarious.
That's really good. Maybe I'll actually watch Ruby now. Oh.
Well, the thing is it like one of the things I've been noticing is that like a lot of times when they've been introducing Ruby to other people, they'll take a story that takes place near about like season 1, and because that's when everyone loved Ruby, that's when it was great, you know. And then all of a sudden you throw in like an anime art style that looks really good, and draw the characters well, and of course it's going to be better than what Rooster Teeth did. Come on.
Yeah, freaking. Paladin says Bronny died a lot in Among Us tonight. The Masked Gamer says he did. He was the first one to die in the last game, and all he wanted to do was make a burger.
I was trying to make a burger, and they freaking killed me.
Aww.
Freaking. Charles B says, would Bronny like Lethal Company? Maybe. That's a question for Bronny and Raven.
Lethal Company. I haven't tried it yet.
That's what Raven wants to play next week, I think.
I probably would not like it. It seems to give off like horror vibes, and I know it's stupid as frick, right? And I know it's, I know like the whole thing is just like made to be dumb on purpose, but I feel like it would scare the frick out of me because I am a wuss.
Well, it's not scary because they're trying to do jump scares or anything like that. It's scary because like it creates this amazing sense of like space and stuff like that. Like you have to have Discord turned off when you're in it, so like everyone kind of talks like they're in proximity to each other. And like if someone's in like a room with echoes, it echoes really well and things like that. And you have to do things like use walkie talkies, and it does like a really great job of like of like creating a scary space. It isn't intentionally supposed to be a horror game, but it just kind of ends up being that way.
Hmm.
I
Oh,
played it a couple times. It's like one of the few games my computer will actually play. So, yeah.
I'm trying to see if this is gonna work.
So I didn't find the comment I'm looking for yet, but I just found this quote. If you don't want to be if you didn't want to be assimilated into my found family, then you should have killed me when you had the chance.
Aww.
Well,
I don't know why that makes me feel sad.
no, what we should do, Lethal Company, big lobby mod.
I actually think I have like a mod.
No, big lobby mod. It turns the player count from 4 to 40.
Oh god, didn't fucking
Oh,
what's his name
geez.
do that?
Badger.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fucking crazy
I freaking
fucker.
love his Lethal
I
Company
love
video.
that video too. I've never played Lethal Company, so I don't know. Apparently it's so much better with mods, just like Left 4 Dead 2 is so much better with mods, I guess. Charles P. says, you and Bronny should get the bathroom with 2 sinks, tub, and shower. Do you know how much I already want that, Charles, baby? I assume that's what the B stood for. I would love that. But we, like,
Hold on,
we
what'd
just,
you say?
that we should get the bathroom with 2 sinks, a tub, and shower. Like, you've seen those freaking master
No.
bathrooms.
You know what kind of shower you need?
Well,
One of my dad's friends has a shower. Like, nice tile thing.
Yeah.
You've got the standard shower head, and then behind you, there are 2 jets that spray your back. And
I've
they're
seen
pretty
those.
high pressure jets, too.
Oh my
I used
God.
this thing when I was like 11. I thought my back was going to get washed off. It felt great.
Wow. Yeah, I don't know.
Like, especially hot water in winter in Connecticut.
I think Bronny would appreciate that more than me, just because
yeah,
of the stuff.
I don't remember if I
I
told you.
do like
I
high
saw snow for the
pressure.
first time.
You saw snow for that? How was that for her?
And she was like, yeah, cool. The first time it flurried, we were outside and we were like catching it and stuff, but it was very light. Then later on in the day, there was like a big old snow squall for like 2 minutes or something, and we were both happened to be in my cousin's bedroom where we were staying. And I popped the window. I was like, oh hey. Actually, more accurately, I heard it snowing. Like, what is that? Wait a minute, I know that sound.
That's nice.
You guys know have experienced snow, right?
Yeah. I mean, I assume so. You were from the north originally. At least from what I remember.
Well, I have. I'm saying I have, but it's so weird when I hear people talk like they've never experienced snow, and it's like, oh, I forgot those people exist.
Mm-mm.
Excuse me.
Even when I was little,
remember,
my
like,
mom at least took me up to like this place called Big Bear, and we'd go to the mountains there, and I experienced snow. I actually hated my first experience with snow. Very wet, very cold. Then it started hailing, and we got caught in the hail, and I was crying because it was hitting my head. And I was like 5 or something, and one of my parents had to pick me up. I don't remember if my mom and dad, and I just remember crying, screaming, and then going, ow, 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 because it kept hitting me, and no one was covering my head. That was the worst. So it wasn't great.
Yes, never as great as they make it look on TV.
Yeah, like it really isn't the same thing, honestly.
Like I remember when Frozen came out, like the town I lived in had a really big snowstorm, and I had to help him. I had to help my roommate unbury his car, and I accidentally fell into the pile of snow like they did in the movie, and it was I came out like Frozen lied to me. Jesus Christ!
Fucking. Oh, Jay says Shelton has the unholy trinity of undiagnosed Asperger's, undiagnosed NPD, and undiagnosed OCD.
Yeah.
But he's not crazy. His mother had him tested.
Mia Arrington says, "Hi, did I miss anything? Nothing crazy. Just shooting the shit. You know how we do." Gamer Alien says, "What would happen if Paimon was in the MLP universe? You know, he'd probably be a bad guy." And we'd have to subdue him with the power of friendship and make him be a better father or something.
You know what?
Convert him to Christianity.
Bronny, it's the celestial way. We're talking about My Little Pony. Get your religion out of my
Convert him to
horse.
Christianity.
I need to dig up the fiction where
Celestial's
Twilight takes
Christian.
over hell.
She doesn't know who Jesus is. Discord might know who Jesus is.
In the MLP universe, Twilight's Jesus. We all know that. Yeah, you saw the movie, right?
Oh yeah. I forgot about that.
Have you accepted your Lord and Savior, Twilight Sparkle?
Who is her Judas? It should be Rainbow, just to be ironic.
Refresh me on the exact of Judas's lore real quick.
So Judas was the one that betrayed Jesus for money and had him killed on
Discord.
Well, not just that, not just that, but he was not just that, but he was a thief before that, and he got like accepted in, and then he was like stealing from their like purses the whole time too. So he was there, he was a disciple, he did all this stuff and, you know, believed it, but he was still a piece of trash and everybody knew it. But Jesus was like, no, we got to keep this guy around.
Rusty puts in, Lethal Company is as scary as you want it, depending on how you set the settings and mods. Gojin says, it would be cool.
I don't like jump scares.
It doesn't do jump scares. I don't think you'll ever really encounter a jump scare. You're pretty much aware of everything that comes after you in that game.
So, like, there's apparently a roach that just says a million times. I don't know anything else about it but that. That's just the thing it does. Anyways, Gojlian says it would be cool to have a villain similar to Jafar in MLP. I'm sure if we think hard enough, we've had aspects of it. Ugh. Jafar from Aladdin.
Yeah, I know who he is. I'm just trying to place an MLP character in my head. I can't think of anybody. We didn't have anybody like Jafar.
Let me see. Honeydrop Unicorn says, hello!
Crossing Royal Advisor type dude. I don't think we had that.
I wouldn't say Naysay. Naysay was more of, I mean, he didn't portray anything. We knew what he was about to begin with. He's more like a fucking... would it be weird to say he was more like Claude Frollo?
Yeah, I could see Frollo.
Yeah. Let's see. Gojin says Judas Iscariot is his full name. Okay, and Jay says there was a canceled series of a one-shot fix where Jesus had tea with each of the main six, and he kept teleporting out just as Twilight arrived, so she kept missing her friend's mystery guest. That's hilarious. Rusty says Jafar equals Chancellor Naysay. Not quite. Honeydrop says hello again. We got 2 hellos. Hell yeah. Double trouble.
Oh, Emerald, I require all of the electric organs that we have.
Alright.
I already took all the ones we have out of Beta Bay.
I don't know if I have very many at Foxtrot.
I need 150. I have 80 right now.
Yeah, I gotta secure this
might want to
needle.
go just buy those.
Okay.
This does not stay in proper.
I have 29 here at Foxtrot.
Fingers getting pinched. Anyways, Mia Arrington says, I never liked Jafar. He was a jerk. I mean, I think that was the whole point. He was supposed to be an asshole.
Yeah. Villain territory.
Yeah.
Freaking to the response that Jay said about like the Jesus one-shot fix, Gojillian says, I don't know if I should find that funny or blasphemous. Maybe a little bit of both.
What precisely counts as blasphemy?
I don't know, if it goes against the Bible or something.
Blasphemy only counts, yeah, if it goes against what the Bible says, but if you're teaching it as doctrine. So, like, there's technically nothing wrong with fan fiction as long as other people don't believe it, and as long as you're not saying this is what it is.
That's why Jesus memes are funny.
Yep. How many sulfur mines should I build? Will one just be enough, or should I build two?
Start with one.
My favorite
We'll
picture.
see what the output is like.
My favorite picture of Jesus is when they draw him super ripped and breaking down from the crucifix with just like very jacked python arms, just going like, and I'm
Well,
like,
have
hell
you
yeah,
seen,
Jesus!
Have you seen the musical Reefer Madness?
I don't think so.
No.
Well, I hate to say it, but I love the way that they portray Jesus in that. It's supposed to be offensive, but it's just kind of funny. He's like super ripped and just comes out like he kind of it just comes out and like starts singing a song about how you're not supposed to like give in to marijuana and stuff like that. It's like I don't know. I thought it's pretty cool.
God, because Jesus gives a
And
crap whether you're supposed.
they work really hard to push the fact that that they're trying to assimilate that he's gay. And it's like okay, because like all the angels are dudes and stuff like that.
Now, you see, that might be blasphemous.
Well, still
You know, when you're hanging out with the bros, it gets a little gay.
funny. Yeah.
Alright. I can't find the post or the related comment I'm looking for, but basically, somewhere on one of the Ruby subreddits, someone pointed out that apparently the coordination between all the different departments at Rooster Teeth was really bad. So it was no surprise that in Volume 8, or maybe even before then, all of Team Ruby was constantly at each other's throats despite supposedly being tight-knit team members, because Rooster Teeth wouldn't know teamwork and camaraderie if it hit them on the broadside of a barn.
They were kind of like, they started out as a ragtag group and they had to like freaking evolve to being very big, which didn't go smoothly, I would assume.
They didn't do it properly.
No. I don't think they expected to be the hit that they were.
Oh, you know, I remember now. So, I guess this technically constitutes a minor spoiler, but it's a character detail. James Ironwood, his semblance is called Metal, which basically means, you know that little voice in the back of your head whenever you have to make a decision that's giving you nagging doubts about the decision you go with?
Mm.
He just straight up doesn't have that.
Oh. Well, that works for him.
Yes and no, because it leads to him turning into a villain.
Damn.
But, apparently, the voice actor for James Ironwood had no idea about this. And also, not once was the semblance communicated in the show. We've only learned it because someone said it on Twitter.
You know, I actually have an opinion on that kind of thing. Because, like, you know how I watch a lot of Has Been Hotel and Hell of a Boss, and lately with the recent episode of Hell of a Boss, VizzyPop went on record with a couple of details on Twitter that you wouldn't have interpreted just from watching the episode. And I saw this and I'm like, I think she might be relying too much on Twitter these days to clarify things about her series, because really, shouldn't her work stand...
That has been a main criticism of her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I could see here and there for clarification. Like, with My Little Pony, sometimes the staff would be, like, you know, when Luna's, like, appearance changed from season to season, and they clarified later on Twitter and stuff like, yes, she's changed like that because the evil magic has left her body, and this is what she looks like. For real.
You know what? That's something I should buy. We should get Silver Quill on Brody Debates. I'd love to talk about that.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, like I think it's a thing with modern writers though. They're getting used to like, you know, putting together their show and like having like leaving some things as an afterthought because they can just be like, okay, on Twitter I'll explain why that is what it is.
Well, it's also possible it's like, okay, here's the plan. Ah, shoot, I did not convey that clearly enough. Okay, Twitter time.
Yeah, like, I guess, I mean, I don't want to, like, you know, chastise them for, like, taking advantage of the fact that the audience can be very forgiving and are on different platforms following stuff for their favorite shows at the time. I don't know if that's even a thing anymore, that some people are just fans of series purely on just one site. But then again, if you were just like onto the YouTube community of Hell of a Boss, you would hear about this later if you followed like things like Cartoon Universe, who are people who like specifically make videos compiling information from her old live streams and stuff she says on Twitter to explain things to you. So I don't know.
That is exactly why I haven't. I don't say a whole lot about my story on live stream or on Twitter. Now, if I ever like officially quit, then I'll probably come out and go, yeah, this is what was supposed to happen if I had been able to finish. But that's not that's why I don't do that.
Yeah.
Oh, I blame J.K. Rowling for it a lot myself.
She did, you know what? She was one of the big ones from the beginning. Like, she started just saying shit on Twitter about, like, hey, by the way, about my books, this, that, and the other thing. I didn't say this at all, and I didn't apply it to all my books, but this is a thing.
Oh, it was like every time she get into trouble, she would be like, "Oh, hey, yeah, apparently, oh well, I intended this character to be gay. I intended that character to be
I
gay.
think she
That
was just
character
trying to
be
go for,
black."
like, brownie
But,
points after the fact.
uh, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I think also she
That's a
I
lot
think
more.
some things were fine. Like some people were just like, "Hey, does the plumbing in Hogwarts work like the way Muggle plumbing works, or is it magical?" Like that's something that wouldn't have come up in the books. No one really gives a crap about it, literally. But like, it's a curious question. She'd be like, "No, no, yeah." I think she said they adapted to Muggle plumbing because it was more efficient than using magic for this shit.
Literally.
Yes, literally. Yeah, like fucking. So I think she clarified that, and like things like people are like, "Hey, where do wizards learn about math and shit? Don't they need to learn math and English and all that other shit in school?" And then she'll just say later, "Oh yeah, they totally have those classes. They do them in school. I just don't talk about them or show them in the books because who cares about that? We're here for the magic shit, not for the regular shit." Like stuff like that, things that don't matter to the story or the world overall that much. That's fine to put on Twitter. And like to spoil some things, the thing that Vivzipop said on Twitter recently about this part where Satan says, "I've been ruling hell since before the golden angels fall." She says, we tried to convey this in the acting, but it didn't come across, but he's making that up. The facial expressions of these synths was supposed to, like, give away to the fact that he's making shit up. Hell didn't exist before Lucifer. He's just trying to bullshit and say whatever he wants because Lucifer isn't here and he wants to feel in charge and important. And I'm like, yeah, that wasn't conveyed the clearest it could have been. But that's kind of a big thing toward the world building. Like, you just had him blatantly say a lie that we can't tell is a lie or not because we don't know this character, and we're still kind of unsure where things stand with the power hierarchy in hell.
That one feels like it would have been better to clarify in a later episode.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, you know what? That's also an idea that could have. Maybe she is going to, but she just wanted to get it out of the way so people wouldn't start making crackpot theories.
I think we need a special crossover collaboration between Helva and Hasbin at some point.
He definitely wants to do that, but with Hasbin being on Amazon Prime and Helva Boss being Spindle Horse's thing on YouTube, that's going to be kind of tough. But
yeah,
I think
well, that's why I said crossover special, like the Jimmy Timmy Power Hour of the Helliverse.
That Jimmy Timmy Power Hour was easier to pull off because they were at least on the same network.
Okay, what's a different So maybe like the Who Framed Roger Rabbit then.
No, they can't pull that between different. They would Who Framed Roger Rabbit is actually a good example, but Who Framed Roger Rabbit is the only time in history that type of thing has happened. Every other time you have had to bring them both under the same thing.
And,
At the
and
very
it's
least,
amazing the scrutiny that the series went under because it went under because like executives from like both studios were like watching to make sure that like every character had exactly the same amount of screen time. They have 1 second over, they'd be like, "Nope, we're pulling our contract."
yeah, and the one thing that might work in its favor is that Hasbin and Hell of a Boss are made by the same studio.
Yes.
Made by the same studio, they just air on different platforms. And if anything, it's going to be Amazon that's the problem. Because Hell of a Boss is the thing that Vivzy Pop can do really most whatever she wants with, without using has-been characters, because it's Spittle Horse's thing, she's on YouTube, and as long as it just can be broadcast on YouTube, it's fine. I think Amazon Prime's going to have stricter rules. They're obviously going to give Has-Been more now that it's been such a breakout hit, but whether or not they'll let a crossover happen is something that's a little debatable. Like, they probably know fans would love it, but they probably don't know if they want to, do it for them for free. I don't think the crossover special would air on YouTube, because Amazon would be like, no, we want the people who pay to watch the show to see it, and if they're not paying, they're going to pay to see it.
They might. I could totally see Amazon having the special on their YouTube channel as a way to advertise Has-Been Hotel. So it's like, look, you can watch all of Hello Boss on YouTube and the special, but if you want to know the Has-Been side of things, you're going to have to come to Amazon Prime.
It is kind of like Has-Been and Helva are kind of falling into that thing where you have to have so much prior information, though, don't you? Like, everything's like that now. If I hadn't seen that pilot years ago, I wouldn't know what the fuck's going on a lot of the time.
Well, I hadn't seen the pilot, and I kept up just fine.
I guess so, but I'm also, deeply entrenched in the analysis side. I'm always watching just, headcanon videos and character analysis videos, and I'm just like, what would it be like for me if I wasn't, into researching the shit of the show? How would the experience differ, you know? I very much have my, my hand on the pulse here for the series. And I don't even really know why. I guess I enjoy it. But here we are.
Yes, Kitty. Yes, Kitty. Yes, Kitty.
How close is he to the mic? I can hear him pretty good.
He's right at my feet.
During my first live stream, I could hear him outside my door meowing to come in.
I forgot you guys actually have a house with has good acoustics to it.
Hey guys,
so
you're
you do things like use good microphones and stuff like that.
Oh, you have stinky breath, Kitty. Stinky breath.
I can use good microphones because I'm rich.
No, you're
no,
not.
I have good microphones, but it's like my house is made out of cinder blocks, and if I were to try to use them, it would sound like I was standing in the center of an opera.
Just put pillows on either side of it.
It doesn't work as good as you think it would. I have to do it for my entire house.
Is there an unaccounted for meteor or something?
Trying to convert a closet into a streaming room or something, but I don't know about that.
Oh, you're so stinky.
Look, you just got to get an NVIDIA GPU and run either RTX Voice or NVIDIA Broadcast. Its noise filtering is excellent.
I promise you the pillow solution is just as good. I did that for the first 10 years of
you don't understand just how bad the acoustics are in my house. I mean, this is like try to imagine.
If I come over to your house, and I'll believe you for now. If I come over to your house and I put two pillows on either side of your microphone and make that sucker work, I'm going to shave your stupid goatee.
But
I smell a road trip.
Two pillows on the. What? How does that work? Like you mean like?
Okay, so what I did for the longest time, what I did for 3 years straight, because I was living, I was living on my friend's couch, is I would go to, and he is in a stucco, a Spanish house in Florida. Is I would take two pillows and I would use them to form a wedge, like a triangle. So now the microphone is covered on three sides. And that was pretty decent audio. And then it just took a little bit of processing on Adobe Audition.
Well, I tried doing this is gonna sound really dumb, but I have like a couple old motorcycle helmets, and I tried putting like the microphone inside the helmet, and like anything that was open to receive sound from the outside just would pick up echoes, and there was nothing I could do about it.
That's because you need to be inside what you're in. So the best thing you can do is like put a desk up against a corner and put a pillow up against the wall, and then wedge
Kitty,
the
that
two
claw
like
went
two more
someplace
pillows
different.
on either side of the microphone, like I said, so it sort of forms like a triangle behind the microphone, and that will cover a ton, right? And now you are sort of like in the booth, and that'll make it a lot better. It might not be perfect. It might not be like studio grade, but there's a lot. So, it looks like Heather got some kind of notification.
Yes, I wanted to wait till you were done, but yes, I want to thank Thunder Kid for joining the club, which means he's subscribed to the YouTube channel. Yay!
Woohoo!
I'm sorry the first thing you're experiencing is me patting my cat's butt.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, he's just crawling all over me right now. He's not letting me do much. So I'm gonna get into chat for a little bit. Let's see. Jay, me Arrington was reading some stuff. Gojillian says he's gonna head out for the night. Night night. Good night there. Amethyst Majesty 25 says, hi everyone. Hello. Everyone said goodbye to Matt. Talda says, I have to leave now. Sorry, but my neck and left arm are hurting me. I need to lay down. Oh man, I hope you're okay. See you later. Let's see. Amethyst Majesty says, I am playing Marvel Rivals. It is so good. I highly recommend. Try it out if you have a chance. It's free. Yes, Raven is in the call earlier, was telling us about it. He is raving about it as well. It seems to be the big thing. There's Thunder Kid right there. Hi. Welcome, Thunder Kid. This is Achilles, my cat. He needs attention right now, so I'm giving him attention. Talking to Amethyst Majesty about the game, and that's awesome. Yeah, Achilles, do you want to get down now? Oh, yeah, you want to get... Okay, you're climbing up higher. Okay.
Want to get down? No. Okay. No,
Okay, he wants to get higher.
Fine.
Please get your ass out of my mouth.
Just keep shoving him. Can't backpedal.
Okay, Kitty. How about that? How about that? Yeah.
No. It's not going. It's not going the way he thought. It's not going. Okay. We're working. Yep. There we go. It's working. Okay. You want to go back there again?
He was looking at going over, and then your pillow sagged.
I love you, baby. I do. I like how affectionate you are, but sometimes it hurts. I love you.
Zeus is sitting next to me on the chair, and just curled up into a ball and sleeping very peacefully.
Yeah, freaking Achilles is a sweet boy, but very upfront with how he feels. Okay, back to the crochet. Look how long this scarf is getting.
Hey, Emerald, we need 3 high-power electrical pals over at Pal's Craft.
Ugh.
Oh my god.
Do I even have any Berserk? Beacon's a level 2.
Let's see. Jay says Achilles is a clingy tonight. Yeah, he gets like that sometimes. You know him. He's still sitting there. He's licking his hip, I suppose that is. Yeah. He just likes being affectionate. He's a very affectionate cat once you get to know him. Zeus can be too. Zeus really liked Donut. He appreciated him. Zeus is he's kind of a bit more of a timid nature kind of cat. He doesn't get really way up in your face. Even when I'm laying in bed trying to go to sleep, he will come sleep with me, but he's not super affectionate about it. He's not cuz Achilles will get up in your face, rub up all over your face, purr super loud and just be rolling all over you. Zeus will come up to me, maybe crawl over me once, and he'll just lean against my side. Maybe even if my arm is like this, he'll just go into my arm and be like, yes, spot is made for me, and then he will sleep there. And that is where he wants to be. That's the closest he really gets. And it's sweet. I like it from him. they're two very different cats personality wise. Like in the dark, we'll know which cat is which depending on what we hear and what we know they're doing. If it's at the corner of the bed and it's loafed up, that's Zeus. If it's meowing and messing with a toy, that's Achilles. Freaking.
If it's sleeping up against me, it's Achilles. If it's sleeping on top of Heather, it's Zeus.
If they start licking themselves and it's between legs, it's with Brawny. If they start licking themselves and it's on my stomach, it's on me. That's I don't know. They have their little rituals.
If they start licking each other, it's because they're sitting in between us, and they're gonna start fighting in a second.
The cats. They get up to their shenanigans. That was a whole feature right there. Guys, also a good time to remind you, if you see the health bar there, Emerald Spencer is the boss. If you guys pitch in enough money to overthrow him, that'll make us extend the stream by an hour. And usually when you do that, this is what makes it on topic, I pan the camera down and I feed the cats wet food on camera. So if you're interested in that, that's always a thing to do. I know they're like particularly probably craving it because on Thursday I had to work late, and so they didn't get their wet food because I'm usually the one that gives it to them. Brawny didn't do it because he just isn't the one that does it. It's usually me. That doesn't mean they don't freak out every time he goes.
I would have done it if I had remembered, but because it's usually you, I forgot.
Yeah, freaking, and that they know the cabinet where we keep the wet food, so every time someone goes in there, they go nuts. They're like, "Are you gonna give me wet food?" I'm like, "No." Does it seem like the time of day I would give you wet food? Shit. They get wet food 3 times a week max, and they can't get enough of it.
Oh, it looks like the crude oil extractors are working without the third power generator. Did I only need the one, or do I not need the third? Emerald, what are your thoughts?
I mean, if it's working like this, that's good.
Mia Arrington says, "Bring Zeus in here." Hey, we just said he's loafed up and taking a nap. Let him do his nappies, and maybe he can come in later.
I was just about to try to build a third power generator, but if these are working, then if all 3 of them are working, then there's no need to.
Oh my god. Oh, okay, I still have my Ring of Mercy. I was just looking at the screen. I thought it was gone. But like, if you want to see Zeus super bad, just donate enough to extend the stream, and he'll come in for wet food. Trust me. He's the one that like cries for it the most. Like, you notice they have different ways of crying. Like Zeus will do like the long meows, and Achilles will be like meow 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 meow, one after the other.
Meow, bitch.
It's like meow, bitch, meow meow meow, and freaking Zeus is like meow, bitch. It's different.
Right, so pathetically.
They are just big freaking spoiled brats that are always complaining. Fuck it, they were giving me they're being such a pain in the ass this morning because I came back. I was telling you guys how I did my 5K this morning. I came back from my 5K. Immediately, I'm like, okay, I know you want to go out. So I tried to let them out, and then they were just like, I don't know if I want to do that. And I'm like, what the fuck you mean? And freaking, I would close the door, but they'd come back to it. I'm like, no, here, I picked up Zeus and I made Achilles walk out and be like, you wanted to go outside? Go play outside, you shit. So like, we're outside for a little bit. And I was able to put like I was in the middle of putting my breakfast together, but they both came up to the door. So I'm like, fine, come in. It's been a couple minutes. And then I'm still trying to put breakfast together. They want to go out again. I'm like, son of a bitch. So I let them out again. And of course, while I'm eating my breakfast, they're at the door again. And I'm like, nah, you shut the fuck up and stay there. I want to be able to eat my breakfast without you freaking out every 2 minutes. Can't make up their goddamn minds. For God's sake.
Yeah, they sound like cat.
Found a post that said this was the scariest place to be in 2020. Guess what it is?
Walmart.
Literally anywhere outside.
Electrical.
Where was it?
Electrical and Among Us. Like, because Among Us was what everyone was doing during the lockdown. Just fucking Among Us blew up then.
I just saw something. Did Coon get all his permissions back?
His new account does have the royal family role
Okay.
again. He couldn't come in tonight though. He needed to take a break. Freaking, of course.
Gotcha.
Coon went through a whole freaking account thing that I won't get into on stream right now, but basically he didn't get to sleep much, so he is sleeping tonight, which I encourage.
Yep.
Ugh. Just remember,
Hey,
folks.
How much health do I have left?
Oh, let me see. I thought you meant in the game, and I'm like, how the fuck would I know? I don't know what you're doing in Pal World. Let's see, 361.
All right, so that's like 36.10 if I so like $37 will knock me out.
Who wants to give me $37?
Or do we have 37 people who could donate $1?
My God. I don't know if that many people watch me. Let's see.
Yeah.
I got 8 concurrent viewers, 2 chat rate, and 33 views. I don't know what that's about. Anyways, let's see. Mia says Brawny. Nathan says jerk. Mia says, oops, what is going on in there? Jay says, I play Among Us before it was cool. Does that make me a hipster? Yes. Yes. So does. There's a friend of ours. I think we call him Magic Hat on Discord. But he is like what looks like a quintessential hipster. Like he wears like the grandpa hat, has long hair and a ponytail. For some reason he always wears cargo shorts. Freaking he works for a local gaming like card game franchise store front thing. And the thing is, there was one on a street I always drive by in the morning. And for a while, every morning, I'd see the same guy walking away from that store. And I could never see the front of him because he was always walking in the opposite direction of which I was going. But from the back, he almost looked exactly like our friend. But I could kind of tell it wasn't him because he would always wear this hat with a feather in it. Like, it was like a grandpa hat, but it had like a feather in it. And I know if our friend Magic Hat had that hat, he would have worn it around us at some point. So eventually, I go to Magic Hat. Oh my God, what is this? Okay. But freaking, eventually I go to Magic Hat. And I'm like, hey, you know that one game store that's part of your franchise that's like on this street or whatever? And he's like, yeah. Do you know the guy who always walks away from that store every morning at this time and he looks kind of like you? And he's like, what? I'm like, yeah, he's a guy with a feather in his hat and he looks like you from the back. He even dresses like you. Hey, is it you? And he goes like, it's definitely not me. I don't go over there. But I don't know who this person is either. And I'm like, dang, that's something. Because like, he's like you from another universe. Just only slightly different. It's like a universe that's not very different. It's crazy just like how similar they were. I'm sure they like the same things too. I mean, look at them. Nathan says on Discord, you can call me Chameleon Man.
Off working on Stone for a little bit.
Achilles, please don't get on my PC.
Focusing on Sulfur.
Achilles, please. He's getting on my PC.
He's gonna curl up there because it's warm.
Oh my God, the whole house is warm. I'm wearing my cargo sweats today. Guys, you got to see these pants because they're actually pretty awesome. As a woman, I appreciate freaking having extra pockets, but they're sweatpants, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm getting pretty hot in these. It's really hot.
I said it's getting hot in here.
She can't take her clothes off on stream. That'll get her banned.
Yeah. Do I have something in my pocket? No.
If we drag a kiddie pool in
I
here,
mean,
you
it
can
would
put on a
probably
bathing
help
suit.
views, but I'm just saying. It's not
I'm
a
not
good
getting
idea.
in a bathing suit right now.
I wouldn't expect you to.
I mean, you're putting it out there. I would only wear a bathing suit if it was one of the ones that I found on Amazon that are like Demon Slayer inspired. Those ones are cute. And I wanted to show up, be like, guys, look at this new bathing suit. It looks awesome.
We still need to get you that Wonderbolts like bathing suit so you can finally use that Rainbow Dash audio.
Oh, hell yeah. Anyways, Jay says, Achilles, if not made for sits, why made of warm? I mean, they're hot pink. What did you expect? I guess that's fair. Achilles, are you on my PC? Yeah, you're sleeping in my headphones.
Yeah, it's cute.
Oh my god. He's just all over the place, that cat, today. I was, freaking, he kept coming to the door while Bronny was bringing in groceries for me the other day. At one point, I just picked him up, held open the door with him in my arms, be like, hurry up, I don't know how long before he tries to wriggle away. What a confusing lifestyle cats live. God, I went to Target the other day, and there was just so many people with dogs. Freaking, and I'm talking like, they were all really small dogs though. Ones that like they either had in their purses or had in the carts or had in a stroller. Like I passed this lady who had 2 Pomeranians in her shopping cart. They were fluffy as fuck though. Like they were probably actually this big, but they looked this big. Of course, I passed them, but like, she could definitely tell I'm staring. I'm like, they're so cute. And she's like, thank you. And we're moving on. But I guess that Target really doesn't give a fuck. So I'm happy for that. They're like, whatever, bring your fucking dog, just don't let it shit on the floor. Fucking hell.
Remember the mall I worked at had a policy where you were supposed to bring pets into the mall. And I think the weirdest one we had to chase out was this dude had a boa constrictor he just carried around on his neck. And we're all like, yeah, you can't have pets in the mall, right? It's like carry a snake around on his neck. He's like, oh no, it's fine, it's all good. I'm like, no, it's a boa constrictor,
And they'd be like, guy, look, I have to tell this to everyone who brings in a dog, and they're gonna get real pissed if I don't be all fair and say, hey, you can't have your pet here either. It's a matter of principle.
There was another guy who would have like I don't know what kind of snake they're called, but they're like the little ones that are like yellow and white. And
Corn snake.
He stuck it in his pocket. Yeah. But he was like he was carrying it and just like whipping it around on his hand and stuff like that. Was also kind of really freaking people out.
That's not cool for the snake, though. Don't put it in your pocket. That's messed up. Like, I hate people who will get exotic pets like that, and it's purely to make, like, a statement. Like, people who get tarantulas only because they want to freak out people who are afraid of spiders. Things like that. I have seen people who are just a little too, like, I need this freaking pet with me. There was a freaking picture I saw years ago of a guy who went to a concert and bought his iguana just on his shoulder. Just be like, yeah, if I'm gonna party, Izzy is coming with me. There was another one years ago of a video of, like, some guy just hanging out with his freaking, I think it was like the ball pythons that you see everyone have if they have a snake, and he's just licking a lollipop. He just brings it up to a snake's mouth, be like, hey, you want some? And the snake does that fucking tongue flicky shit, but it looks like it's
I remember that vine.
What was up with that? I don't even know if the snake was into it. He was just like, okay.
I remember at Sturgis last year, there was a guy who carried what was that type of animal? I can't remember what it was called. It was the one from Kratz Creature, from Zumba Fu or whatever.
What, a lemur?
This guy had
the lemur.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah.
Also, it's pronounced Zaboomafoo.
Wait. Is that even legal?
I don't know.
I mean,
so
I don't know why I'm answering that. I'm asking that question because people have pets all the time that they're not supposed to fucking have. But I'm like, how do you even do that?
Fun fact: Phineas and Ferb had a platypus so that kids couldn't legally obtain the pet and neglect it the way people would with clownfish or whatever.
Yeah. Wasn't that?
I forgot you could get clownfish as a pet.
Because they didn't.
That's what he literally just said.
Yeah. Well, no, yeah, but it was like they specifically did that so that children wouldn't do that. Yeah.
Yes, that's literally what I just said.
You'll just have to buy the toys, kids, if you want a platypus. particularly a turquoise one.
Actually, they're green under light, or under black light.
Oh, okay. Makes sense. I hope the plushies do that. Freaking.
Why am I blue? Why am I blue? Why am
Freaking.
I blue?
I remember there was a thing before that, like, people thought, like, oh yeah, you should consider adopting a black cat, but because people are so superstitious, black cats usually get abandoned or like aren't adopted often because of people's superstitions. But in recent years, there's actually been an influx of people who just want black cats, like chicks who are into witchy stuff, kids who like Black Panther. Like the year Black Panther came out, so many like black cat adoptions went up with the name like T'Challa or some shit.
Hi there, vet here. Please adopt literally all of our other cats. Like, we're good on the black cat problem.
Just adopt a pet, please. Just rescue a pet. Do something. I would like to, like, proudly admit all of my cats have been rescues, either from shelters or people who just, like, couldn't take care of them. I have not bought any of my cats. They were all given to me for free!
So, fun little story. I went to a family Thanksgiving with Kaya with her family Sunday before actual Thanksgiving, and we got in a conversation of like if Kaya and I got placed together, what would happen with the dogs? Because her dogs, one of them is her parents' dog and the other is her dog, and we were talking about like, oh yeah, you're gonna take your dog, right? No, I'm gonna leave it with you, but we're not gonna take care of two dogs and you're not here. Yeah, but the other one has separation anxiety. Da, da. And I finally chimed in with, "You're assuming the housing market's gonna get good enough for us to get a place before they die of natural causes."
God, that's actually, like, a sad and kind of funny thing. Yeah, that's actually pretty
Yeah,
cool.
and everyone didn't even get that sad. They're just like, yeah.
Like, shit, just accepting it.
Yeah, you got a point there.
It's like, oh yeah, we're fucked. Our best bet would be just buying that lot and getting you the Amazon house.
Probably.
If that lot goes for sale, I think you could do it because you're now making the same amount of money that I was making when I bought this house.
Yes, but that was a couple of years of inflation ago.
Fuck! Enjoy that mother-in-law
I
suite.
expect it to come down to something similar to what it was, you know what I mean? And,
Inflation rate, sure. Prices, no.
I swear, the only thing this.
well, they're not going to sell you the lot for $300.
Yeah. I think generally you're just gonna have to find like maybe that one guy who wants to sell something for cash, you know, and just maybe get like super lucky or something.
What I'm actually gonna have to do is wait for these 2008 economy numbers that we're having take the effect they took in 2008.
That is a terrible thing. I was around. I had to work during 2008. That era sucked.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I always hear people be all like, oh well, it's so the economy is so bad right now. It's like, motherfucker, you don't remember what it was like to have to pay $200 for a tank of gas.
Well, I was 8 in
Yeah,
2008, so
it's not that bad. It got that bad in 22 when the war in Ukraine started.
Yeah.
And that was and the gas price had gotten to its highest that it had ever been across the whole country.
It was
excuse me.
it was long. See, like it's really annoying because like at the time I owned like an old '70s Cadillac, and like I just remember the first time I paid like $60 for a half a tank of gas, and I'm like, this is a joke, right?
Nah, buddy.
Yeah.
In 2008. Oh.
Got like 15 miles per gallon, which is like for a Cadillac not half bad, but it was just like, yeah, I'm not gonna be able to afford to go to work with that.
So random switching over to Pal World real quick here, but I'm looking at Sakurajima on the map, and the new update is going to be 6 times that of Sakurajima.
Yeah.
There is no region on the map that is 6 times the size of Sakurajima.
Do you think with it being so big, it's gonna be the one that has the big life tree on it?
So let me tell you this. The life tree is supposed to be the center of the map.
And the life tree right now is just like to the north of us, isn't it?
It, I believe, is to
Yeah,
the
it's not
north,
even a part of the map right now.
northwest.
Yeah, you can't even
Much
get
less the
to it.
center.
I'm trying to talk like in terms of like where it is to what we know. God, this game's gonna go on for a while then.
Oh yeah.
This is gonna turn into the World
Like-
of Warcraft, dude. We only had to pay one price for this game.
There
How are they funding this?
Lots of people buying it. I think there's merch sales going on.
Oh, sweet! I want merch.
Yeah, unfortunately, they don't have the life-size Chilla plush yet.
Well, it's okay. Bronny, get me some Pal World merch. I want to make Pocket Pals succeed. I've been going on their YouTube channel. Have you guys seen the freaking shorts and shit they've made? It's actually pretty good. It's funny too. Freaking, I didn't even like think to look for something like that. Freaking Raven started sending me shit, and I'm like, these animations are really high quality. Who made this Pocket Pair? What? It was especially bad because I saw the Lavender like bit they did, and it's like it would be tame and kind of an obvious joke if a fan had made it, but the fact that the company made it made me go like, what?
Have you seen the Scrub Daddy ads?
I have not seen the Scrub Daddy ads. I don't want to see the Scrub Daddy ads.
You should.
Ah.
They're hilarious.
Okay, who wants to turn this into a React stream? Nobody. You know, the sponges with the faces. Let's see. Frickin'. Mio Arrington says, I hate clowns and spiders. You know, I think everyone does a little bit. How do you feel about clownfish? Clownfish are so weird to look at. They got such, like, their faces literally look like dots and a line, but for some reason I find that really kind of offsetting because I'm like, it feels like they're feeling something. Like there's something behind those eyes. I don't know what it is, but it freaks me out. I guess it was weird seeing them in a movie first and then seeing them in real life, and you're just like crazy. Oh, Nathan says great to see you, by the way, Emerald.
Good to see you.
He said, good to see you too, Nathan. Oh my god. I gotta tell you, freaking, it was been getting cold. Just not as cold as, say, the north, but it was getting kind of chilly around here. And, oh yeah? Freaking, I was getting chilly enough in our own house to where I had to wear my footsie pajamas to bed because I was just like, it's too cold for this shit. I got up that morning and I was just like, it's too cold. And I realized the AC in our house was set to cool at like 70-something degrees, and I'm like, that ain't right, because like if I want to be warm, it has to be set to warm. So I set it to warm, but apparently I set it too high and our chocolate melted. I got the good shit too.
It got better.
It did get better. But like, yeah, freaking man, we ate all that sponge candy from Andy's though, and I want more of it. Sponge candies.
It's been getting it's been like hovering right above freezing around here. It's like, hey, look, guys, it might get down to 32 tonight. It's gonna get down to 32. Look, it's 33. It's 33 right now. It's 33. Oh, nope. Now we're going back up to 34. Okay.
It's 32 and a half.
It's just been
It definitely hasn't been that bad for us here in Florida because like I did a 5K this morning, okay? I wore like a jacket, like a light jacket, but I was fine. Like it's like low 60s to high 50s. It's like light jacket weather. But when I'm trying to
during the day it'll be fine, but like at night.
Oh yeah. Like I probably don't want to go outside right now. Like I think on my desktop it would tell me what the temperature is right now.
According to my phone, it's 42 right now where I am.
Hold on, I'm opening up my weather app. I'm actually curious.
I mean, of course, I've been hearing that course, every time it gets cold around here,
Oh, well,
basically you have
shit.
like massive snowstorms everywhere
If
else.
I'm reading this, okay. It's like 47 degrees right now. It's gonna get to 43. Wow, it's a little colder than I expected it to be.
Yeah.
Let me see tomorrow. Tomorrow is gonna have a high of 74. That's actually kind of decent. But it's not gonna get. It's gonna like be real quick because it looks like it's not. It's gonna be really cold. 9 a.m. It's like still 54 degrees. The middle of the day, it's gonna get to the 73 to 74, and then by freaking 7 o'clock, it's gonna be 60 degrees again. At least from what this is saying. I don't know if it has my right location on, but I'm pretty sure it was Florida, central-ish. I was like, man, that's a little colder than I expect. It's definitely not the coldest I've ever seen, but like for a place that doesn't snow.
Well, it got down to it got down to 32 last night. It's funny being around here. The way everyone reacts to the cold. It's like it'll be like 40 degrees, 40, 50 degrees. Being from Oregon, you're all like, I'll wear a jacket, I guess. And everyone is like outside in like full on snow gear, like freaking like they're freezing to death with scarves and super thick jackets on. It's like, all right, now you guys are joking around. Come on.
I was dressed like that up in New York, like freaking Bronny's dad was teasing me about it. He's like, it looks like you got Heather ready to go to Alaska. I had like my cargo sweats on with like a heavy blue coat and a hat and some gloves and a scarf, and it's like way more than anyone else wears around there. They're just wearing like maybe a heavy coat, if that. And I'm just like, look, raised in Southern California, lived in Arizona, lived in Florida. Are you seeing the theme here? Southern, very hot. Not used to this fucking sub 20 degrees shit. Anyways, Nathan says, by the way, I was induced to puking because you mentioned blood in your stream 2 months ago. What was I talking about? Was it that bad? Was I on my period? I have a lot of questions, Nathan. What the fuck?
I just remember I seem to remember quoting that one animation where it's like smells like blood. I don't know.
I don't know what the fuck I talked about that would have been that bad. You think I'd remember it? Or maybe you would have mentioned it at the time. Now it's too far away to say for sure. Impressive, I guess. I don't know if I'm proud of it. God damn it.
Oh, I got this production line going now. We're gonna be well equipped.
Mm.
Nice.
Oh, yes. How's my thumb doing? Oh, it's red. Do you see how red my freaking thumb gets? Like compare, yeah, these two fingers. Compare these fingers to the rest of my hand. They're red. Crazy.
Oh, hey, does Palcatraz have one of those things that makes the pals mine faster?
I don't know.
I don't think it does. I didn't put one down. Just off the top of my head, I don't think so. Let's see. Nothing new in chat. It's kind of a slow day, but that's okay. Ugh.
Yeah, it's like, oh, gee.
It is later in the night. I don't think we're missing anybody, though. The usual suspects showed up, even a few new ones. God, this scarf is getting long, but it's still not long enough. Like, it's almost the length of my body. Almost. I think when it's the length of my body, it'll be enough. Because, like, I kind of like wearing my scarves like this, like having a little bit trail on each side. You wrap it up around your neck, because that'll really be what keeps you warm. And, like, having some trail on both sides. Like that. That's how I usually wear my scarves. So I want it to be long enough for that. I my scrunchie up. Probably putting my hair up will help me feel a little bit cooler. A little messy, but it's fine. There's my needle. Ooh, there, got stuck there. Yeah, once I get this to like maybe my body length, I'll stop it there, and that'll probably be long enough. And then months of work will finally be done. This is why we don't do too many scarves. I mean, some people are cool, like Brawny's scarf, for instance. The scarf that I made for Brawny, he doesn't like wrap it around his neck very often. He kind of just has it strewn about his neck, just like, well, like this.
Yeah, it's usually more of just a fashion statement, but I have worn it as a scarf before.
Well, yeah, like
and
you've worn
is
it like
very
this.
good at what it does.
Yeah, you've worn it like this, but like, you know, with just like one tail end on the back and one in front. Or you've worn it like this, like the fashion statement, like you say, just like this. And if I was doing either of those things, the scarf would be good enough. But the way, like, since this is specifically for me, I've made it long enough to like wrap around my neck once and have some like a tail end on both sides, because that's just how I like to wear my scarves. If I was making this for someone else, I might do it like Brawny's again, because that's how I've usually made it. But yeah, like to make it the length that I'm comfortable with, like it's like, well, because I'm only like spending. Like, I've spent some time off stream just doing it, just watching stuff. But, yeah, basically this has been hours, like, basically months of work, because this is all we've been working on Chaos and Crochet for a couple months now, I think. Just to make it the length to wear the scarf comfortably the way I want to wear it. This is why I don't have, like, just a closet of scarves I've made for myself. Because I myself like a long scarf that I can wrap around my neck, but still wear like kind of the fashion statement way. It's like I'm trying to get the best of both worlds. Trying to get the best of wrap it around your neck to stay warm, but also have like a tail end on each side of me to show it as a fashion statement. Like that's how I like to wear my scarves. Gotta have it all. But yeah, that's why I don't really sell scarves on my Etsy shop anymore. They take, at least with a lot of them, I mean, I've definitely developed shorter ways, but they take a bit of time if I'm not working on it every day. It's funny that, like, Carl the Cupcake will only take me a couple days, but that's probably because as soon as I get an order on the Etsy shop, I'm in gear and I'm just like, okay, gotta get this done now. Fucking, they expected in this many days. Etsy guaranteed them. We gotta go. Fucking. Rainbow monkeys don't take that long, but I think, like, I was making so many of them at one point. Like, it's either the cupcake or the monkey that people want from my shop, and then there's, like, it, like, at once I'll be like, cupcake. Months of silence. And then, monkey. Cupcake, monkey, gotta go now. That's what people want! It's funny that Codename Kids Next Door stuff has been coming up on my feed again. Is it getting a little bit of a resurgence? Are people interested in it again? I guess people like to dive back into the shows they liked as a kid. Because Codename Kids Next Door I liked as a kid. I know the creator wanted to do more with the show than like what he got. Like the show finished on a pretty good term where like, spoiler alert, number 1 gets selected to be a part of the Galactic Kids Next Door. So, like, it's kids from, like, other species and aliens and shit. Apparently, a lot happened there. But, like, the creator wanted to go into things about the Galactic Kids Next Door and stuff of that nature. But, I don't think
that sounds an awful lot like Jumping the Shark to me.
I kind of wasn't into it either. Like, I kind of think it kind of went a little further than I wanted. Like, sure, have the end of the show be like, oh, he joins the Galactic Kids Next Door because he's that good. But, like, to have a series that goes into Galactic Kids Next Door, I don't know, I kind of wanted to leave that up to, like, our imagination. Because it sounds, well, I don't know, Codenames Kids Next Door was a kind of corny idea anyway. So who knows? But, I wasn't super into it. Maybe that's why I didn't get a lot of support, so I don't think it was going to, follow suit. It did well enough on Cartoon Network, I suppose, as the main cartoon did, and I thought it was fun. I don't know what
Yeah.
the Galactic Kids Next Door is going to bring to the table, though, because the appeal of the codenamed Kids Next Door was the relatability that you as a kid had to what was going on. Like, I hate broccoli. They do a whole episode about, like, broccoli and why, like, it's, like, freaking... They make it like a big thing. Like, the codenamed Kids Next Door can't do certain things, and one of them is if you eat a vegetable by mistake, you need to call up like the kid ambulance so they can extract the broccoli from your body. Otherwise, you start turning into a good kid that wants to study and do their homework. You also, like, you must eat candy and have teeth rotted to your gums because having clean teeth in the dentist sucks. Like, just taking to the extremes things as a kid that you do. I don't know how the Galactic Kids Next Door is going to build off of that. Like, don't get me wrong, the plots were interesting, but...
And then, like there just became, like, this natural barrier of, like, when you would have to quit, because, like, at one point, you're going to become a teenager, and it's like...
Yeah, and they
you can't be
decommission you.
Next door.
Well, except for special operatives.
Yes, some special operatives, like, they stay.
There were a couple, but it wasn't normal, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I kind of, you know what would have been a nice note to leave it off of was to see the original team leave the codenamed Kids Next Door when it was their time, but still be, like, you know, carry on, like, they didn't become, like, the adults that they fought against. They were actually allies to children. And I think that's a good note to leave it off of, like, hey, you may be afraid of becoming an adult and want to be a kid forever, but, like, when you become an adult, you can become an ally to kids like you, as opposed to growing up to be the adults you hated.
Yeah.
Which I guess they did in some senses. They showed that you could do that. Is Peroguro in the chat? Oh no, wait, that's Seer. Your picture. Oh, hello.
Hi.
Seer, what is that picture you have?
Also on.
Oh, hey, it's 9 minutes. Last 9 minutes of the stream, last 9 minutes of the stream, and last minute comments, questions, concerns. Please say them now, or hold your silence until the next stream. Anyways, how are you doing?
Oh, me, I'm good. We were, I was going earlier, but we were celebrating my dad's birthday early.
Oh, birthday time. Well, that's important.
Excuse to not join stream. Ugh.
Had a few cancel out.
I'm kidding, it's a joke.
Oh, did you tell Seer about Coon?
I don't think I did.
Huh?
Coon's old Discord account, delete it and block it. It was hacked. He has a new account that's in the server.
Okay.
Okay, and if you're friends with my friend Lamplight, also do that to his account. Same thing happened. It happens, you know.
I don't know who that is.
Okay, then you don't have to worry about it. But yeah, just Coon's old account. Get rid of that.
Yeah.
But,
Okey-dokey.
yep. That's it. I just wanted to make sure you knew. I think everyone in the server knows. I didn't make an official announcement, but we added a new Coon, and we kind of, like, went over the situation briefly, but yeah. Oh, Donut, did we tell you about that? You might want to remove old Coon.
Yeah. He messaged me earlier about it. And I was like, oh.
Oh, hey, Heather, I just
Right,
realized
well,
you're not
I
sharing
guess
your
I'm gonna need
OBS.
a new account eventually, but we'll get there at some other point.
Oh, I must have forgotten. I could have sworn I was. I think I fucked up. Yeah. What do you mean swapped my application to resume? Fuck you.
Something made a noise. Hold on, let me get back to the channel here.
I don't think it's gonna let me. I can't, I guess.
I would like to announce
Okay.
that Zeus is now in a bun, a loaf, if you will,
Dad.
next to me.
Whenever Zeus does that, I like to call him my little kitty bun. He reminds me of a little cinnamon bun.
Well, unfortunately, we couldn't share the stream. I had Flay Coco on my head.
She can visualize it. She can be jealous about it. Oh man, wait! I want to show her my new plushie. Hold on. I want to see if I can do one more time. I want to show her my new plushie. Damn it! Stop pausing. I don't think I can do that.
Right.
Yeah, we can't do that.
Share the
I don't think
screen.
not gonna let you.
Oh, okay, good idea. Screen.
Hey.
Kaya, can you see the screen? Oh yes, you can. Show no. Well, there's White Coco, but show her my new son.
Your new son?
Yes, by your shoulder.
Wow.
My new son. Do you see him?
Oh, nice.
Yes, I saw the
Wait, so he's wearing your skull?
Yes. Well, I adopted him. That's his biological mother's skull. But freaking, I saw that thing in a shop in New York, and I was like, Ronnie, should I get this? I kind of want to get this. And he's like, you probably shouldn't. I'm like, ugh. Then I tweeted online, like, Bronny won't let me adopt this small orphan child. And then Bronny was like, damn it. He bought it. And I posted a picture of myself with it later, like, freaking public shaming works. I have a new son. God, don't show his face like that.
I saw.
No, for anyone who didn't see, I don't have my Twitter in the description anymore. I forget if that was a conscious choice I made, but I don't think anyone gives a shit. I mean, it's connected on my fucking channel, so if you're really curious about social medias I use, just go to my channel, people, and just find all the shit. There's Twitter, there's Tumblr. I'll put my Blue Sky on there too. I have a Blue Sky. I used Blue Sky to just rebuild my algorithm by scratch. Now there is nothing but cats, fan comics, and now rabbits. That's good shit.
Mr. Blue Sky, please tell us why you had to hide away for so long. So long. Where did we go wrong?
Anyways, last 5 minutes of the stream. Any last minute comments, questions, or concerns, please say them now for vulture sounds until the next stream.
I have a question.
What's your question?
Why am I still fat?
You're not fat.
You're not.
Just
Hang on.
fat.
I have a question.
Yes.
What?
So when he says you may now kiss the bride, do I also kiss Brownie?
I mean,
No.
I guess it could be a group effort. We could all do it.
I kind of think that's...
Louis, I swear to God, if you steal my first kiss on my wedding day...
Oh my God! He's literally seen me kiss you. You don't act like such a virgin, you whore. Holding hands and shit.
I've never even seen another woman. I don't even know what they look like.
You're not a virgin. I've seen those holes in those watermelons.
Ooh,
Listen, I think we can both agree that you know, Heather's kind of big. That I wouldn't say watermelons, guys.
You bitch! And number two, what we do with watermelons in the privacy of our own houses, and which I happen to film and post, is our own
Took a second
business.
to register that.
Pancakes.
You know, honestly,
Hey,
Brody,
fuck you.
with your habits, I'm surprised we have spam on hand when Coon visits.
What the fuck? Let's see. Freaking Jay says, I looked down. Dang it, I didn't get to see the skullless Cubone. It's not. It's just eyes. Honeydrop says, there is one found the pale... Oh, there is. I found the pale garden. Jay says, everyone gets to kiss Brawny. Jay also says, what? What? Excuse me?
It's
Hey,
gonna be like a giant line of people lined up to kiss Bronny at the wedding.
That's gonna be the whole attraction. It's gonna start with his mom kissing him on both cheeks. Then we're gonna move from immediate family into my family, and they're gonna be like, come
Hey, I got a question. Do I get a say in this?
no,
No.
it's part of the wedding, part of the reception, and then we go to immediate friends, and they're gonna be like,
It's literally how my relationship started. I just do not I do not get to consent.
I get the second to last kiss.
second, and then I end it. I get the last one.
Alright.
Kai is in the frickin' line, and Emerald just ends up punching me in the face. Not because Kaya was in the line, but because Kaya was in the line ahead of him.
I mean, he has known you longer.
The
He's
further
like,
we
what
go into
the
the line, the sloppier the kisses get.
No.
And then the more the people he doesn't like get further and further back in the line, and it's like there's just nothing good that comes out of it.
It's a whole thing.
There hasn't been any good thing to come out of this whole freaking joke. I don't like this. Let's move on.
You know what this
I
made
don't
me?
blame you. I don't blame you. a bit.
This made me think of the bridal shower Bronny's family threw me while we were in New York. You know what was funny? At the bridal shower, they had games like Who Knows the Bride or whatever better. They had a test like that, and you know who kept winning? Was one of Bronny's aunts. I'll just call her Auntie A. Auntie A fucking just reads me like a book. Like, she's visited with me a couple times, and I've seen her, and I love this chick. She's hilarious. But freaking, she just gets everything right. She's like, yeah, I know you drink tea. I know. She knows what I'm about. Like, she's one of the ones that just reads me, and she's like, yeah, I get the vibe. I'm old as hell, and I get it. Freaking, she's great. She got every prize. The only prize she didn't get was finding, like, a scavenger hunt thing, and that's because she literally can't walk and find shit.
I had no idea how many of those rings that my sister had hidden until one of my little second cousins turned up with like 40 in her hand, and apparently there were still more.
Yeah, she got, like, a bag of 100, and I was like, oh my god. Why did, and I even asked her, like, why that many? And she's like, they came in a bag like that. And I'm like, come on.
My family is going to be finding those rings for the rest of their lives.
It's like glitter. It's in everything. Oh, hey, the stream's over. I forgot. Anyways, thank you all for joining us tonight. It's been nice just chilling back with you guys. Made a lot of progress on my scarf. I think it's almost done. I'm going to try to work with it off stream, so maybe we'll have it finished up this month so I can actually wear it for the winter season. I think I started this when it was still relatively warm. Anyways, I want to take a moment and thank all my glorious patrons. Let me go to my Patreon. Let's start with JYoshi64, or just call him Jay. He's in the chat today. Give him a round of applause. Then there's Icanus Gorilla, Gojillion91, who you saw in the text chat, Ora Wolf, Danger. Wait a minute. Paid member. Oh wait, no, I want to put active, so I put some old people. Sorry. Well, actually no, because there was JYoshi, Icanus Gorilla, Gojillion91, Angel of Speed. He was in Bronny's streams, I believe. Aaron Davis, Jason, DJ Skywalker, Emerald Spencer, that guy right there.
Yep.
If you'd like to become like one of them, go to the link in the description below. Join my Patreon today for as little as $10 per post. You can join the Discord server, and that's lots of fun. I know I'm putting my fist into my hand. This isn't a threat. But hey, just know that the lower tiers have benefits too. Like I said, guys, this week I released my game poll for December to Discord server and Patreon members exclusively. Even the people at the lower tier get access to it. As long as you're a paid member, you get access to that poll. That's a serious perk that I think a lot of people would like to take advantage of, so they get a say in what we play each month. Anyways, back to the other stuff. You can follow me on my social medias, and it's been a great stream. Don't forget to use code PrincessPoggers at PoggersLifestyle.com to get 10% off your order. And I think that's it. So let's say goodnight in alphabetical order. Ronnie Buck, go.
Have a good night, everybody.
The Burning Donut.
Good night, everybody.
Emerald Spencer.
Have a good night, everybody.
QRS. It's Seer. Go.
Have a good night.
Totally Louie.
Subscribe to my Patreon and get one of Bronny's used socks. Good night.
Oh, you still have those? Okay. They've been aging. Anyways, thank you all. Have a glorious night. And I will see you next week. We'll